Craig J sent me this article, and I'm so over the McMichael family as of right now. As far as I'm concerned, this entire family and their entire lineage is pure trash. So in case y'all don't know who this is Lindsay McMichael. This is the sister and daughter to Travis and Gregory McMichael. And she's just as bad as her brother and her dad as far as I'm concerned. Like, this saga just never ends. And the thing is, I actually saw her picture in passing, but I didn't know who she was until I went to Google and I saw the same picture that I saw earlier. Now, the picture you see right here, this is not the same picture that I saw. Y'all might saw, it may have been a different picture y'all may have seen of her if y'all have heard this story already. So the reason why I say she's trash is because they have found a pic that has been released by her onto her Snapchat, which was an unedited image of Ahmaud Arbery's dead body laid out in the street. How she managed to retrieve that picture, I have no clue. Who took the picture said she's a true crime fan. The nerve of this backwoods bitch in her entire lineage. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing the PC female in her true nature. But then again, we've been displaying her true nature with them Karenitis style videos for like the last week. So none of her behaviors should surprise remotely anybody. Here's another person just putting a dead black body on display, just like their ancestors. Remember, I keep telling you, they are not far removed from their ancestors. You give them enough and they will take it all. Bump taking a mile, they'll take it all. It says the sister of Ahmaud Arbery murder suspect Travis McMichael has admitted posting a disturbing image of the 25-year-old's dead body lying on the ground on Snapchat because she's a quote-unquote true crime fan. A horrifying picture showing a blood-soaked Ahmaud surrounded by crime scene tape and law enforcement officers has been obtained by the Sun after being circulated in the local community of Brunswick, Georgia. Even though leaked video of the killing has been viewed around the world, we have chosen to completely obscure the tragic victim's body out of respect for his family. Their lawyer has branded the image deeply disturbing, but has given the Sun the family's blessing to run it and put it into the public domain. Lindsay McMichael, the sister and daughter of suspects Travis and Gregory McMichael, has admitted posting the unedited image on her Snapchat, but claims she didn't mean it maliciously. Lindsay, allegedly aged 30, said, "I had no nefarious or malicious intent when I posted that picture. The question isn't whether you had malicious intent or not on posting the picture. The question is, why did you do it? You know that the family is going through a lot right now, and they don't want to be reminded of this. It's bad enough that they had to see actual video footage of their son being gunned down in the street, but you had to take your tacky self and upload an unedited picture of his body laid out in the street. When I see that image, it reminds me of Mike Brown when he was killed by Darren Wilson, and his body laid out in the street for hours, and the whole world had to see this dead black boy's body in the middle of the street. Now here you have this chick wanting to do the same thing and then trying to cover it up and saying that she's a true crime fan. Are you kidding me? They would never let us get away with taking a picture of a dead Caucasian person's body in the middle of the street. But then again, we have more class. I don't think many people would want to take a picture of a dead body and post it up on social media just to say that they did it and then cover it up and say, oh, I'm a true crime fan. This is what you're looking at, and what you're hearing about is classless, tacky people. Their whole family is garbage. May they not ever procreate. I hope she doesn't have any children. I hope that Travis McMichael doesn't have any kids. It's bad enough that somebody out there laid up with their hog-faced pappy and produced 2 demon seeds, as far as I'm concerned. Talk about something dirty in the water. The thing is, I'm a huge fan of true crime. I listen to 4 or 5 podcasts a week. I'm constantly watching that sort of thing. It was more of a holy shit, I can't believe this happened. It was absolutely poor judgment. Well, here's the thing. She's a true crime fan, but We never heard of her posting up pictures of anybody else's dead body. Not that I'm condoning that she does that with anybody else, because that's bad as well. It's like no good can come from it. But you chose to post the dead body that your dad and brother was responsible for killing. Somebody out there, please help me make it make sense. But lawyer for the family of Ahmaud Sleaze Merritt has slammed Lindsay's actions. He said the picture Lindsay McMichael posted was very disturbing and very disturbing to the family. It also highlights that there are probably more video and more images of before, during, and after Ahmaud's murder. These images aren't meant for public consumption in this way. It actually fits in with the pattern of the McMichael family engaging in a weird, violent form of voyeurism. As much as I don't like Sleaze Merritt, that statement he made right there, all of it was factual. Because that also leads into the discussion that palm-colored people as a collective, as far as their ancestors go, what does this remind you of? Doesn't this remind you of when they would do lynchings back in the day? And they would all gather around the dead body that's hanging from the tree and probably a limb or two missing. And they would take the picture, they would turn it into a postcard, and they would send it to family members across the establishment during Thanksgiving and Christmas as gifts. And if they had any limbs that was detached from the body hanging from the tree, it would be put in mason jars and hung up on the mantle as a souvenir or a trophy. That what she did is no different from what her ancestors did. That's why I said they are not far removed from their ancestors and ancestry as a whole. First, you have Gregory McMichael sharing with a news station a video of the murder. Then you have his daughter sharing the image of Ahmaud's bullet-ridden body on his Snapchat is deeply disturbing behavior. The killing of Ahmaud has been condemned around the world, with Ahmaud's family describing it as a modern-day lynching and 45 calling it disturbing. Horrifying video. Okay, I don't have to read that part because that's just basically reiterating about the video. It's a shockingly, Lindsay has leapt to the defense of her brother and father, claiming they never meant to kill anybody and are not racist because they always loved her non-white boyfriends. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Where have we heard that one before? And notice she said have loved her non-white boyfriends. That could be anybody that could be considered also to be non-black. That could be Asian. That could be Hispanic. That could be Arab, Native American. It doesn't necessarily mean to be black. Because notice she said non-white boyfriends. She didn't say her black boyfriends. Because you know they don't miss an opportunity to talk about their black boyfriends should they actually have one. Or had one. But she used that as an excuse to say that they're not racist because, listen, we've heard that line time and time before. Like I said, she's trash. Her brother is trash. Their dad is trash. I don't know about where the mother is, but she's trash as well. She just is. That whole family is just disgusting. It says, in an interview with The Sun last week, she told how she and her mother, oh, look, I spoke her up, who were watching a movie in their pajamas when the shooting occurred and had no idea what was going on. After hearing a commotion, she said she sprinted out and saw her brother in blood-stained clothes and tragic Ahmaud lying dead on the floor. All I saw was the look on his, and by his, she's talking about Travis's face, and he was looking very desperate. I don't think we even exchanged a word. I've seen my brother in his happiest moments. I was there when his child was born. Oh God. The seed, the spawn of the McMichaels continues. The seed continues. I was there when his child was born, and I've seen him in distress. I know that look. It wasn't like some glory thing. Like I stalked and then got the kill that I was hoping for. It was absolutely effing panic. I really do believe that things just escalated so fast. She insists I will, until the day I die, believe that he had no intention of malice like that. Lindsay declined to comment further on the details of their legal case, saying she has not spoken to her brother or her father. But she says she is full of sorrow for Ahmaud's mom, Wanda. You can't be that full of sorrow when you put this woman's son dead body on Snapchat and it was an unedited image and people had to look at that like her. Imagine that the family who's never seen this picture came across it, and it's because of you putting it out there. See, she's trying to play damage control. She's trying to clean it up, but you can't clean it up because you had to have taken that image and willingly put it out there for the world to see. It's not like someone hacked your account, which I'm shocked she didn't go along with, because how many times have we heard the lie of someone hacked my account or my social media and put this out there in place of me and said it was me. She says, his poor mama, I'm not a mother, but thank God, and hopefully you don't become one now knowing your nature. I'm not a mother, but I couldn't imagine losing my child. I think about her every day and the grief and despair she must be feeling. Lies, lies, and more lies. The words that I would love to say to his family would not even touch the amount of sorrow that I feel. I can't say I'm sorry enough. She says she and her own mom have been inundated with violent and threatening messages since the video of the horrifying attack was made public. Well, if she thinks they've been hit with threats from that video, wait until they get to see what kind of threat she's going to get when people are even more aware of this image that she put out on her Snapchat, which I'm sure by now many people already are aware of. She says they also do not feel safe in their home. Oh well. Lindsay shared a number of extremely violent and graphic messages with the son from people threatening to rape and kill them as the case inflames tension across the U.S. and high-profile figures publicly expressed their condemnation. She added, we're not the ones on trial here. My dad and brother are. And yes, I don't think that they were beating the hood of the truck saying, let's go get this person. I think that things just really escalated. She added, I just want people to realize that we are not monsters. Well, Lindsay, you putting out this dead man's body unedited on Snapchat was a very monstrous thing to do. This is just as bad as the video being released of Ahmaud Arbery being killed by your dad and your brother, because you put that image out there on your own and then tried to cover it up and say that it's because you're a fan of true crime television. You could have put up any other image and you chose that one, the one in which your dad and brother killed. An image none of us have ever seen until now. To be honest, I've only seen the edited version of it. And basically what it is them standing out there. They have the crime tape up and it's a black rectangle that covers his body. But the one she put up there didn't have a rectangle. It was the actual body of him laying out in the street in a pool of his own blood. And you don't think that we're supposed to think low of you for doing something like that? I toss my hands up of the whole situation. Like I said, this whole family, their entire DNA, their entire genetic makeup, their entire whatever is trash from top to bottom. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.